Hi everyone, guys. Hope you all can hear me, right? Can you hear me? Okay, and you all, you can see my screen also, right? Okay, right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for confirming. So let me go to the topic. So last class, yesterday, the first day of our demo session. So we have discussed about some basics demo. That means basics concepts of automation, like why do people go for automation? What are the disadvantages of manual? Why automation is more preferred, right? What are the advantages of automation, right? And those are all the points that we have discussed about it, right? So will be before I go further, just tell me, guys, why? Why actually we go for automation? What are the points do you remember? Can you please put on the paper? Means I mean to say in the chat box. So what are the advantages of automation testing here? What do you say? Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Srividya, Mathi, good. Prashant, good. Manju, very good. Yes. Prashant, disadvantages of manual testing means you don't add like that. That is okay. I'm accepting it, but that was not the way that you have to answer. Okay. Very good, Shiva. Srividya, very good. Very good, Ritu. Ritu, check out the spellings. Okay. Suganya, very good. Nagamalesh, very good. Okay. And Venkatesh. Venkatesh or somebody. What is your name? Venkataramana. I'm not getting the full name, but I don't think that is the correct answer. Okay. Check out your answer. Okay. Pushpa. Okay. Good. Janani, good. Namrata, yes, accepted. Very good. Shiva, good. Ramanjanaya, good. Rajeshwari, good. Prasanna, very good. What is that Venkatesh or Venkateshwara, your name? It is what you are mentioning about tool. I am not sure. Pushpa again. Naresh, good. Yes, Namrata, very good. Yes, Aishwarya. Mukta, very good. Anusha, very good. I accept it. Prashant, Gayatri. Oh, Mohit, one single go good. Yes. Very good, guys. Good. So many of them are answered. Yes. Yes, guys. So those something like that we have discussed about Venkatakiran, right? I don't get your name. Right. Uh, we have discussed about a lot more points. Right. Very good. Tilak, Shastri, Shiva. Wow, superb, guys. Most of them are giving an answers. Murali, Satya Mohan, Janani, getting so many answers. Very good. Very good, guys. Those are all API calls we get for it, Shiva. That is what I mentioned, right? Some are there like UI parts and all that we can do it. That is what I mentioned yesterday itself. API calls, OTP servers and all to another things. Okay, right. Got it. Okay, very good case. Sounds good. So many of them are answered. I'm so happy for your answers. Good one, guys. Good. Very good, everybody. Super. So now, okay, right. So now let us go with some why we were where we stopped our batch here yesterday. So why Selenium is rocking in the market, right? So why is Selenium rocking now in the market? If you want to go that one, so why Selenium in market? So everywhere Selenium is rocking in the market now. Why it is like that? Why it is rocking now in the market? For that, first of all, let's see the features of Selenium. Selenium features. Okay, let's see what here features of Selenium, we have to see it. If you see the features of Selenium, then you will understand why it is rocking now in the market. What was the first most important point I mentioned you yesterday? The major advantage of using Selenium. Yes, most of them has already answered. Very good case. Selenium is an open source tool. What did I mention there? Selenium is an open source tool. Correct? Means you're not paying anything for Selenium. It's absolutely an open source tool. No license cost is required. Nothing is required for you. Anywhere, everywhere, wherever, whoever want it, they can download, install it, they can work on that one. They can install it, they can download it, they can work on that process. Correct? Right. Anybody can download it. Anybody can install it. Anybody can download and install it and they can work with the Selenium. There is no restriction anywhere. It's an absolutely open source, open to everyone. It is open to everyone. That is one point why Selenium is rocking. Let me add some more point. And as I already mentioned, to you people, Selenium is not a single tool, guys. So many of them are already answered for this one, right? But still I'm mentioning it is not a single tool. Selenium, and Selenium is not a single tool here. Selenium is a suite, means a combination of 4 components here. Okay, it is an automation suite. What is Selenium? Selenium is an automation suite. It is not a single tool. It is not a single tool case. It is an automation suite. Suite means what? What is the meaning of suite? Means what? Combination of some components. Right. So Selenium is a combination of what here? 4 components here. That is what it is called as suite. Selenium is a combination of what here? 4 components here. It is a combination of 4 components. What are those components? What are those components here? It is Selenium IDE. Every component I'll cover in our automation batch case. It is Selenium IDE. Okay. Next, Selenium RC. RC stands for what here? Remote control. Remote control. Selenium IDE, Selenium RC. Next one here it is. Next one here it is what here? Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. And last but not least, fourth component it is Selenium Grid. What are the usage of every component and how we work practically with every component? I'll tell you in our class. You don't need to worry about it because every component. I don't cover as a single WebDriver as it is talking something like that. It is not like that. Every component I'm going to cover you how it is working, how we are going to use it, everything. RC, there is no RC now in the market. Why and why we are going preferring WebDriver? It is added into an WebDriver. Everything I'll cover. As of now, keep only one point in mind, like Selenium means it's not a single tool, it is a suite. It's not a single tool, it is something a suite here. Suite means nothing but what here, which is a combination of 4 different components here. Selenium is a combination of 4 different components. What are they? One is Selenium IDE. IDE stands for what here? Integrated developed environment. ID stands for what here? Please don't on your audio videos, guys, please. ID stands for what here? Integrated developed environment. Okay, so this is ID stands for. So it is a combination of what here? 4 components. Like what here? IDE, RC, WebDriver, Grid. So Selenium is a combination of what here? 4 components here, which is a combination of 4 components. It is not a suite. It is a combination of 4 components here. Okay, got it, guys? Next one, third one it is. Okay, right. But in our class, one thing I'm saying, 80 to 95% of our classes will be on WebDriver, because in real time. Most of the companies are using WebDriver, but this is having another usage, right? This is having another usage for cross browsing compatibility testing, cross browsing and cross platform testing. Everything, complete application, entire application can be tested by using Selenium WebDriver. So for that reason, 80 to 90% of our classes will be on WebDriver, because we have to test an entire application, right? Not a small part. This is used to test one single part. This is used to test cross browsing and cross platform testing, and this is for entire application. Okay, but no worries, I'll cover all the components here, but 80 to 90% will be on WebDriver, because complete application can be able to test only with WebDriver. That 80 to 90% of our classes will be on WebDriver. Okay, next one, it is a functional testing tool. Functional testing tool means what? What is this functional testing is? Do you all remember that word? Is that do you all remember that this word? What is this functional testing I told you? Functional testing, non-functional testing. What is that? Functional testing means what? Do you remember this word? What is functional testing is? Tell me. Functional system testing means what? Functional testing means what here? Testing the client requirement. Testing the client requirement means functionality part, right? Right. Testing the client requirement means what? A functionality part. That is called as functional testing. Non-functional means what again? Testing the client. Non-functional means what again? Testing what here? Testing the client expectation. Correct. So expectation means performance part. Performance testing, UI testing, GUI testing, that part and all, right? So here our Selenium is especially for to perform the functional testing part only, especially. So that is what specifically it is called as what here? Functional testing tool. Selenium is purely a functional testing tool here. It is purely what here? A functional testing tool. What it is here? Which is purely a functional testing tool here. Okay, so it's an open source tool. It is an automation suite. It's not one single tool, it's a suite, and it is purely a functional testing tool here. Okay, yes. Now fourth one, it supports then simple thing is, so what am I doing here? Selenium supports what? A number of operating systems. Like if you want to work in Windows, it supports Windows 7, it supports Windows 8, it supports Windows 10, it supports total Windows XP, it supports. If you want to work in Linux, operate Linux or Linux, how do you spell it? Okay, so if you want to work in Linux, it supports. If you want to work in Mac, it supports. In almost every operating system, Selenium supports here. See how many advantages of this. Whatever it is case, any operating system you want to work, yes, system Selenium supports, no doubt in that. Everywhere Selenium supports. And let me add fifth point here. It supports number of browsers. It's a so what happened, so it supports number of operating systems. Whatever you want, Selenium, you want to go with Windows, it supports. Linux supports. In the same way, it supports number of browsers also. Means if you want to work in Chrome, it supports. If you want to work in Edge, it supports. If you want to work in IE, it supports. Firefox, it supports. Safari, it supports. Opera, it supports. Everywhere it supports, because whatever the browser you want to work, it supports. See how many advantages of using this browser here, right? Everywhere it supports here, right? Now, sixth point. This is also very important. It supports number of programming languages. Number of programming languages here. It supports number of programming languages here. Means what here? Means what here? It supports what here? Number of programming languages. Java, it supports. C Sharp, it supports. Python, it supports. Ruby, it supports. Perl, it supports. JavaScript, it supports. Like that, so many programming languages are there where it supports here. Everywhere it supports because Java, Python, Ruby, Perl, JavaScript, C Sharp, everything. It is not, Selenium is not stick to one programming language here, right? It supports almost all, most of the programming languages here. Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, Perl. It supports almost all confirming. So listen. So see, you know what? See how many advantages see guess. If somebody wants to use any sort of operating system, Selenium supports. If someone wants to use any sort of browser, Selenium supports. If somebody want to go with any sort of programming language, Selenium supports. See how many advantages are there in using the Selenium here. Got it? How many advantages are there here? You know what? In the entire world, okay, in the entire world, no tool is there which supports these many operating systems, these many browsers, these many programming languages, that too with an open source. Now you understood, I think, why it is rocking now in the market. No tool is there which supports these many operating systems, these many browsers, these many programming languages, that too with what? With an absolutely open source. Right. Will you accept it or not? Why it is rocking now in the market? Will you accept it? This is what people, every company prefer to use. No worries. So these are all the features of Selenium. I know you understood. You're pretty much clear, I think. So why it is rocking now in the market? So hope everybody's clear. No issues from anyone. Right. Okay, fine. So these are all the features that what we have seen rocking now. So this is why Selenium is rocking now in the market. So remember all these points. Tomorrow will be a question to you all people. So make sure that you're very much clear on this. So any questions up to now here? Hope everybody's clear. Anybody's having any questions on this part? If it is clear, well and good, then I'll go with the history of Selenium. Then how Selenium has been coming to picture. So these are the features we have seen at. So history of Selenium and how it has been coming to picture, that's part and all. We can look into it tomorrow. Okay, fine guys. Thank you guys. Thank you all. Thank you so much. So let's meet tomorrow.